All right, we back, and we got a very, very special guest on the show today. Let them know what's your name, my brother. Thanks for coming on the show.
Mike Betancourt from Atrium Events. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yo, I want to give you a round of applause, my brother, for making it here on time, coming through. You know what I mean? Because that's like the main part of this whole thing. You know what I mean? There's been times where I've scheduled guests, and you know, things happen in life, obviously, but you know, they can't either make it or they run a little bit late. So everybody that's on time, man, I gladly appreciate that. Also, for everybody out there, if you want to be on the show, we're looking for more guests, and we're actually booking all the way to the fall season. Now, I'm gonna get into the intro right quick, and we'll be right back.
Welcome to the Jmack Experience Podcast. This show is for motivational purposes only. However, we will not be politically correct, but our goal is to inspire those who listen and watch the show. Thanks for tuning in. Please be sure to follow us at the Jmack Experience Podcast and email us if you would like to be a guest on our platform at the Jmack Experience Podcast at gmail.com. Peace.
Yo, once again, I appreciate you for coming through, Mike, man. First, I want to start with basically, how have you been, man? How you feeling mentally? What's going on in your life? You know, how's everything going for you right now?
I've been good, man. I've been good. It's been a roller coaster of first, half of this year.
Gotcha.
But, it's life's ups and downs, yes?
Absolutely.
Peaks and valleys. It never stops, positive, negative. So the short of it is I'm doing well, man. Just pushing forward, staying positive. Always looking to, create new adventures and do different things. So life is good.
So life is good. I mean, like you said before, ups and downs. And I feel like this year's been kind of a rough year, no? Don't you agree?
Yeah, it hasn't been easy, man. A lot of people I talk to, it's been a struggle across the board.
Absolutely.
For whatever reason. But it is what it is, man. Life isn't always easy, dude.
Yeah, and you got to keep pushing no matter what. Don't you agree?
100%. You got to keep pushing, dude. It's not going to be perfect.
Yeah.
Keep smiling and keep going, dude.
Exactly. There's, like you just said before, there's always better days, right?
100%.
Yeah. So, usually when I start off my show, I like to go like from the very beginning. You know, I want to get a little bit of your background,
sure,
and so on and so forth. So, what's your name once again, and where are you from?
My name is Mike Betancourt, and I am from Pawtucket, Rhode Island, born and raised.
Absolutely. Okay, so Rhode Island, exactly where? Like Pawtucket, Providence?
Pawtucket, right in Pawtucket.
Just Pawtucket?
Yeah.
All right, so you didn't move around much?
Nah, man. I've been in Pawtucket almost 45. I've been there my entire life.
Wow, that's crazy. So you like the bucket? They call it the bucket, no?
The bucket, man. Yeah,
the bucket.
I'm a bucket boy for sure.
Shout out to all my people in the bucket. Word. That's crazy because when I first moved out here, I didn't even know what the bucket was, and then they're like, bro, there's a world outside of Providence, right? Because like I kind of like came out here straight from New York, and I would just like only stick with Providence.
Yeah, for sure.
If it wasn't Broad Street, if it wasn't Cranston Street, if it wasn't South Side, West End, then I started learning all the terms. But like that was like my comfort zone because it was all I knew.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Providence is a great city. I find myself in Providence often. I spent a lot of time in Pawtucket, but I find myself in Providence a lot as well.
Facts. I would say like Providence is like the Manhattan of Rhode Island, no?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
for
right?
Sure.
Like
sure.
that's a fact.
Definitely is.
So what was it like for you growing up, more or less? Like, you grew up in the bucket, Pawtucket. And how was it out there? Like, how was it growing up?
Yeah, I have this conversation often. Pawtucket has always been good to me.
Got you.
I love my city, man. Depending on who you talk to, you get different opinions, right?
Absolutely.
Me, if you ask me, this is why I keep my businesses in Pawtucket, because I love Pawtucket.
Right.
That it's always my main focus. It's where I raised my family. It's where I met my wife. So yeah, Pawtucket's the city for sure, man.
Right.
And it's up and coming. Pawtucket has a lot going on as a city with the soccer stadium and the train station.
Right. You guys got a baseball field too, right?
Well, we no longer have the baseball team. They moved away.
Oh, the Paul Sox is not there?
Yeah, no, Paul Sox isn't there. They're in Worcester.
Gotcha.
They're tearing down that site to create the new high school.
Oh, nice.
Yep. But yeah, Pawtucket as a whole, it has a lot going on, a lot of potential, great city.
So basically what I'm getting at is like when you was growing up in Pawtucket, were you like a family oriented, did you come from like a large family, like mom and dad, like a broken home, like more or less how was it for you? Because everybody, this show is like more or less we get people from all walks of life, you know what I mean?
100%.
So like, I mean, how was your upbringing more or less?
My upbringing was great, dude. I'm very close to my parents, my mother and father. We've been close forever. I have 4 older sisters.
Nice.
I'm close with them as well. Everyone's moving in a million directions, so you
That's
don't
good.
talk every day, of course. But we keep it all love, and I've always been close to my family, dude.
That's awesome.
Sure.
That's awesome. So you had don't you miss like, because me, I come from a big family as well. Don't you miss like those get-togethers, those Sunday dinners, holidays, everybody? Because that's originally like that's how I used to start coming out here. Because I would like come out here for the holidays. You know what I mean? From the city.
Sure,
so I'll come out here like on a bus, on a Geraldo bus. I don't know if you're familiar, but it's like $25 back or like $15, $20. And then we get dropped off out here. And, all my family was out here. So we used to spend like the summers out here, Christmas, Thanksgiving, shit like that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, holidays always big, with big families. Again, dude, I'm very close to my family. So I talk to them all the time. So during holidays, we always spend time together.
Absolutely.
But dude, I talk to my parents almost on a daily basis. I talk to my sisters regularly. I'm very close to my kids, my wife.
That's good. That's good.
Very close knit for sure.
Yeah, because nowadays I feel like that's like it's fading away more or less. Like a lot of people are distant and everybody's in their own world. So like that's a good thing that you still in that tight knit.
Yeah. I mean, it's family, right? I mean,
exactly.
You got to keep them close to the chest, dude.
That's fire. That's fire.
That's all you have, man. And it's not the same across the board. A lot of people aren't close with their families, and I get that as well.
Yeah.
I'm lucky enough to be, close.
You're blessed.
Yeah. 100%.
Like Rick Ross says.
100%.
Oh.
100%.
That's awesome. Man. That's awesome.
No complaints, man.
Now, what were you doing more or less before you got into your journey of, putting together these art shows and art battles? What were you doing before that?
So before I opened Atrium on Main?
Right, before, we're going to get,
dude,
I want to go step by step, you know what I'm saying?
So, I mean, I graduated from Shea in 99.
Got you.
I was in the construction game for several years.
Oh, nice.
Exterior, interior construction, did that for many years. Then I worked at Techna Apex Company in Pawtucket on Central Avenue. I worked there for 11 and a half years. I loved it over there. Then when I left there about 4.5 years ago, was when I first opened up Atrium on Main in downtown Pawtucket.
So more or less, you was into the construction side of things, right? And that you're like a handy guy, right? You do it all.
I'm very handy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Because I can't even fix a light bulb. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm good with all this tech savvy shit, but like when it comes to like building shit and all that, I can't. I'd rather pay somebody to do it. That's good.
Man. Yeah, no, I can fix a lot of things.
Yeah, that's good. That's good to know. I'm gonna hit you up when I need some help.
I'll let you boy, man. I got you. Man.
Yeah. So what made you switch? Because like if you originally, I'm assuming you had a passion for that. Was it just like a career choice for you? Like
going into Atrium?
No, going into construction. Was that a passion or just something you said I can make? Because you can make a lot of money, no?
Yeah, 100% for sure. So I won't say it was a passion when I first got into it. When I first got into it, it was because my father owned a small construction company out of Pawtucket.
Got you, family.
So we did that for many years, and that's how I got into doing that.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so now I'm assuming you got tired of the hard work and labor, and
no, never that, man. No.
Right.
So the family business went out of business, and I believe in 2000
sorry to hear that.
due to the recession.
Right.
It's all good. And then I went to work with my buddy doing construction as well.
Okay, got you.
Yep. So then I did that for a few years with him, and that's when I went over to Techno.
All right, and so now you switch. You work with your buddy. Now from there, what made you want to open up Atrium on Main? What was that? What was the spark that like got you into art? Because this is a whole nother thing, a whole nother realm. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. So I mean, Atrium was a little different just because I was brought into that as the business owner, but it was kind of dropped on my lap in a sense where a buddy had approached me.
Gotcha.
That the building was available, the business was available.
Good deal.
Yeah, it was a decent deal.
It was decent. Okay.
It was a decent deal for what it was. Old school restaurant / venue.
Okay.
It was a decent deal. I mean, space isn't cheap, but it is what it is.
Right.
So yeah, we got into that as a business venture. And we ran that for 4.5 years.
And this was, what year was this more or less?
We opened in 2020 and closed in 2024.
Oh shit! So this is recent now.
Yeah, 100%.
So 2020. Wow, but that's kind of crazy. You started this whole new venture in the middle of the pandemic type of thing, or a little bit before?
Literally at the start of the pandemic. So we signed the contract in February 2020. And if you recall, the pandemic happened in March.
Oh, that's fucking nuts.
The timing was terrible.
Yeah,
the timing was terrible. But it is what it is. We had already signed the lease. It was a structured long-term lease.
Right.
So we went at it for 4 years. We did the restaurant thing. We did the cafe thing.
You made it work.
We made it work for 4 years, man. We had a good, strong team. Me, my wife, my kids, and the rest of the staff, and we got it done, and we had a lot of fun. I mean, we didn't make a lot of money, but it is what it is.
So how did you deal? Because all right, now you just get it right. March, literally the strongest point of the pandemic, right? Was March, more or less.
Yeah.
And then it didn't end, like that point didn't like end to like maybe I want to say like June, July, because it was still like very stagnant.
It was over a year that pandemic.
Right.
It was over a year that pandemic. Really took a big hit towards that industry, the food industry.
Like, so my question more or less is, how did you maneuver through that period exactly? Like, obviously you wasn't open, right? I'm assuming.
So again, we took over in February. We opened in, I think, April. I think we opened in April.
You opened in April.
Yeah.
So you were still able to have people come in and eat there and so on and so forth?
We were.
That's crazy.
Able to, because it was such a big space. Right. And with the CDC guidelines, we were able to meet all those obligations.
You had the plastic and all the shit.
It was
Yo,
crazy.
that shit was insane.
The good thing about it is all those CDC guidelines that they implemented, because we were new into the restaurant game,
right.
Those guidelines were all we knew.
Right.
It's not like we had to make big adjustments. It's not like we were running for years and had to make big adjustments for the CDC. Wow. We adapted that into our normal protocol, and it was like we never, it's like we had it all along.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be honest, like as far as that whole thing that they implemented, we were the most laid back state, if you think about it, because New York, I went to Vegas, like they wasn't fucking around. Like, yo, if you had no mask on, they was wilding the fuck out. Like you needed a mask. Out here, people were wearing no masks. They were just doing whatever the fuck they wanted.
I mean, it's people out here a little more lax than other cities and states, right?
Yeah.
But I will tell you that the Department of Health took it very seriously, and they were very strict.
Right.
So we abided by all the rules, and I'm sure many businesses did as well.
That's a fact.
It didn't make it easy, that's for sure.
Yeah. All right. So how was business? Because everybody had money to eat out. So I know restaurant game. That's why I ended up getting into that shit too. Like, bro, people had them $600 stimmies. Yo, everybody was balling out here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so the money must have been good, right, at that time? Even though we were in the middle of a pandemic.
I mean, so there's a couple of things you got to keep in mind, right? So our restaurant and venue was literally the heart of downtown Pawtucket.
Got you.
If you're familiar with the city, you'll know that downtown Pawtucket's been dead for 25 years.
Wow, that's crazy.
So to get folks down there, and even if they're down there, say they're down there walking around, to get folks in your building to spend some money isn't easy.
It's tough.
It's very, very tough. And that area, specific area in downtown, is surrounded by a lot of high rises with older folks, and not a lot of.
So you don't even notice is what you're saying, right?
100%.
So you had to get on your A game with your promotion, no?
Well, and that's why we dove deep into the private events and the public events. The art battles, the baby showers, the weddings, things of that nature. Because we knew if we were trying to create a restaurant that folks were going to come on a regular basis and be successful, it would have took us years and probably millions of dollars.
So that was kind of like leading into my next question. So that's kind of like, that was your way of bringing people in, no? Doing events, doing art battles,
for sure.
Making it intriguing to the people. Like, oh shit, let me go to Atrium Events because there's something different over there going on, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, again, the building was so big. It was 2 levels. So we'd run, say, service upstairs, meaning lunch or dinner.
Right.
And then have the events in the lower level. And it worked out perfect.
Damn, that's crazy. So basically, your original vision was just to have it as a restaurant cafe, more or less, right?
Restaurant lounge.
Restaurant lounge.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you say, you know what? I'm assuming like through the ups and downs of how business works, you figure it out day by day, right? So you're like, you know what? Let me implement an event here, something there, right? And then see what happens.
Well, the pandemic helped us figure that out, right?
Okay, gotcha.
It forced us, to kind of push away from regular traditional restaurants,
right?
And do more of the private events.
Yeah, exactly.
It just made more sense for us.
Okay.
and it organically happened a lot faster than the restaurant would have, for sure.
So I'm assuming now you did your first art battle there, right?
We did, yes.
And then the turnout was so good that you said, damn, I think I want to continue doing art battles?
Yeah, 100%. So, I mean, if you're familiar with Pawtucket or Rhode Island in general, you know that there's a big arts community.
Right.
So when we did the very first one, which was roughly 2 years ago now, the turnout was great. I mean, I don't remember the actual numbers, but it was good. We got a large interest from local folks, and it's been growing ever since.
That's crazy. So now, how many art battles are you in? Like, more or less, how many have you done so far?
Oh, good.
Do you recall?
Well, okay. I mean, I think the math is fairly simple. On average, we do one once a month. Okay. We've been doing it for 2 years.
Oh, shit. So you're about like 24 events in.
Sure.
That's nuts. The last one I went to was that shit was a vibe.
Yeah, it's
shout out to everybody that was there and they competed.
I appreciate you coming in and
taking facts,
the time to hang out
man.
with us, man.
You got my support 100%. Now, are you an artist yourself?
I am not.
I had to ask because I'm like,
everyone asks me that, man. I cannot draw, man. I am not an artist by any stretch.
Got you. Now, so you start because the art battle. How did you originally start? Because I know now you have like a whole structure of what you're doing, right? I know you didn't do that off the first event. The way you're running it, like you got the competition thing going, or did you do your research and then before you did your first art battle, you figured out the ins and outs, and that's how you've been doing it since the first one?
Well, it's really quite simple. So, like the way the art battles are ran, the art battle is a large corporation that started in Canada, right? So the structure of it and the contract of it is very straight and narrow, black and white. They tell you exactly how to run it. Now, depending on your facility, you're gonna run it. You're gonna set everything up the way it makes the most sense for you and your
staff and everybody.
Right? But the operations of it is cut and dry. It really is. I mean, as long as your team knows what they're doing and everyone's doing their job,
right?
The battle kind of runs itself. I mean, it's a lot of work, but it kind of runs itself, especially once you do almost 30 of them.
Yeah. You're a vet now.
But even the first one went very smooth. Not for nothing. We've had very few hiccups with those events. The team has worked out really well. We figured it out very quickly. I've watched a lot of art battle videos. There's a lot of them on YouTube.
Yeah. That's why I said I'm assuming you did your research before you got into this, right?
And I still watch them all the time because they get bigger and better in different cities. These art battles are held in 70 plus cities across the United States.
Yo, that's crazy. I'm gonna be honest. Before you invited me to the one that you did. When was that one? That was July, right?
That was July. Yeah, I think it was July.
I didn't even know they do these art battles.
And a lot of people say that. I mean, especially if you're not into the arts community, right?
Right.
If you're not in the arts community, you're not going to be familiar with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Even new artists that sign up, and we get a lot of new artists that sign up on a monthly basis.
They're like, I didn't even know they do this, right?
I've never heard of this until now, but I want to sign up, and please just explain it to me a little better.
Oh, that's fire. That's fire.
It's dope, man. It's really, really a great time.
Now, so the first art battle, you said it went fairly well. Now, what did you do differently is more or less my question, like on the next one and the next one and the next one. Like, did you try to implement something different every time you did another art battle, or just kept it the same structure as how you had it?
It's pretty cookie cutter, dude. It's pretty cookie cutter. I mean, there's a few things that I try to do differently. Like I've learned that what you don't want to do in regards to artists is invite them too early. In other words, I have a Rolodex of artists that I can invite, a number of them.
Right,
Most of them would accept the invitation, assuming that their schedule allows it. I've learned not to invite folks too early because we get a number of artists that sign up that are new to the art battle.
Yeah.
So if I sign them up too early, the first 12, those 12 slots are gone. Now those new folks that just signed up, they have to wait. So I've learned not to do that. Other than that, it runs very cookie cutter. There's not too much you need to adjust. I mean, I'm doing different things, to make the events a little more exciting, a little more fun,
right,
and a little more interesting. But in regards to the operations of it, very cookie cutter.
Now, as far as the turnout, what would you say was like the biggest turnout that you've had so far, like at one of your events? Like, how many people more or less you get on an average battle, and what was like your biggest turnout that you're like, yo, this is crazy, this shit's booming?
The biggest was probably, I'm gonna say 100 plus. I don't know, maybe
100 plus people.
100 plus.
Nice.
110, 115.
Yeah.
On average, we're probably at like 70, 80 folks.
Right. So you're trying to get that to like 500. I want to say, right? That's probably your goal.
Again, it's like I watch a lot of art battle videos. Yeah. And when you watch them in the biggest cities,
they're packed.
Yeah. These venues have 400-500 folks.
Exactly.
Right. I mean, it's really, really a big thing. So my plan for the rest of this year, going into early 25, is to continue doing exactly what I've been doing. A lot of research, reaching out to new artists, getting more artists to know about the event, whether they're from Rhode Island or not.
Right, even if they're coming from New England, period, right? Connecticut.
Anywhere, dude. Like, seriously, I have a couple artists that are coming from Jersey.
That's dope.
From PA.
Yeah.
They're really willing to travel for these events. So
that's fire.
It's just, the biggest thing for me is getting on a larger platform, always having new artists. And there's always the fan favorites, right? So
exactly.
Those guys are always here as well.
Yeah. For them, that brings in people as well, right?
For sure, absolutely.
Now, what are the ups and downs of, having these art battles? I'm pretty sure it's not all glitz and glamour, right? Like, there's got to be, maybe if it's behind the scenes, or like, there's got to be some ups and downs to doing them, no?
I would say for me, the biggest down is getting the arts community to really, getting the people in general to really sit up and pay attention about the arts battle
and appreciate it, right?
And appreciate. Yeah. Well, they once they see it and hear about it, they love it and they appreciate it.
Right.
But just to get the word out there, and within the arts community, separate from everyone else.
Yeah,
that's the biggest down and the biggest frustration I have. As great as these battles are, and as great conversations as you can have with people, and they love the idea.
Yeah.
To get them there for the first time can be tough at times.
It's like pulling teeth, right?
It's like pulling teeth. Sometimes it really is. But when they get there, they love it. I always come back.
I was thinking more or less like, have you ever thought of maybe like, I know obviously you need the budget for it, but like maybe having like a host like with a name or something like that, like hosting the show, or I don't know, maybe just throwing you an idea. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate the idea, and I promise you these ideas I've already thought of. Like, perfect example, why I'm bringing you in, right?
Exactly.
Why you and I are working together for the next one. To get a name like you over there, right?
Yeah.
To get, always want to create a different dynamic for these, right? You want to, although they're cookie cutter, you want to keep it interesting at the same time.
Yeah.
You want to figure out what works, what doesn't work, make those adjustments, and move forward.
Yeah.
That's what we continue to do.
You get you like one of those influencers that got like 500,000 followers or some crazy shit. Because nowadays everything's about clout, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, people want to come, if they have someone like that is at your art show, people gonna come take pictures and so on and so forth, and they're gonna be there just to, you know what I mean? Right. Like, basically just so they can, I took a picture with such and such. Right. But then as they're there, the bigger picture of the whole thing, they're like, oh shit, this shit's pretty dope. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They start watching the battles, they start, So
it's all about getting new names in the door.
Yeah.
Right? From artists to local influencers.
Right.
To just folks in general who, just happen to know a lot of people.
Exactly.
And then they just post the video, and then, it makes that much of an impact.
Got you. Now, who do you choose who gets to compete? Because you kind of touched on it briefly. You said, like, you don't like to book people too in advance because maybe you'll have the 12 slots fill up. So usually stick to 12 artists, I'm assuming?
Well, the contract for the battle is usually 12 artists. So it's 3 20-minute rounds.
Got you.
6 artists in the first round, 6 artists in the second round.
Right.
There's been times where we've had 10 artists total. There's been times like this one coming up in August. This one will have 14 artists.
Oh, shit. So you stepping it up.
We stepped it up a little bit. The contract really doesn't allow you to go too much further than 14. Once you get into like 15, 16 artists, it's considered something a little different.
And it's like all over the place, right? I would say.
Yeah. But yeah, man, just always looking to bring in more artists, and the artists they sign up, and then I get to kind of pick and choose who. Oh,
who do you want? Who you'll say for the next one?
Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Which
just you have like a system.
I try to keep it fair. I try to first come first serve.
Right.
In that regard, I always try to bring back the fan favorites, and there's several of those artists. And always making sure we bring in new artists as well.
Like I don't want to get too crazy, but like, have you ever had someone like, imagine someone like me? I'm like, I want to be in the art battle, and like, bro, you're not even an artist. Have you had that? No, bro, there's got to be a story that you could give me. You got like almost 25 battles in.
Sure.
Have you had that? But like, people are like, yo, who the fuck invited this dude?
Yeah, me. I mean,
has that happened before?
It has.
You don't have to mention names.
Never that, man.
What the fuck is this guy doing?
But in all fairness, right? Some artists are better than others, right?
Yeah.
Some artists will sign up just because they find it fun, not because they feel as though they're a great artist, right? We brought in some artists, and
Stick
did
figure
okay,
drawing.
but I'm like, okay, best of luck. I don't know if you're gonna move forward, but we'll
that's
see
crazy.
what happens. But
That's at least you're fair. You know.
yeah,
what I mean?
dude. I keep it very fair.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Very fair, man. I mean, you don't have. There's no skill level to sign up for these.
Yeah.
And I don't pick it off skill level.
Yeah.
I really don't. Like when they sign up, they send over 3 or 4 paintings that they've done.
Yeah.
And even if they don't look great, I'll bring them in. Especially if they're a new artist, I'll bring them in.
That's dope.
Because it's only fair that you do that.
And you never know how they're gonna get.
Exactly.
Right?
They could end up being something fantastic in
Yeah.
the coming years, right?
Practice
And
makes perfect.
And then you ignore them, right? So you don't want to treat people like that.
Yeah.
So we bring them in regardless.
Now, for artists to participate, do they have to pay?
No, completely free.
It's
free to the artist, and they can bring a +1 guest for free as well. There's no cost. All they have to bring is their paint stuff, what they need for their paintings, and we supply everything else.
Yo, that's dope. And y'all got some good food over there. You know I'm fat, so I like to eat. So I was like, damn, the food is fucking looking delicious.
Yeah, the last few events I've been at Ladder 133 in Providence.
That's what I wanted to get to. So now that's where you're at. Where's the spot at again?
Ladder 133 restaurant.
Ladder 133, yeah.
133 Douglas Avenue in Providence, Rhode
Got
Island.
you. Shout outs to them. And when's the next art battle?
Next art battle is Saturday, August 24th.
Yeah, y'all can catch me there. I'm going to be doing some interviews on the sidelines. And we're also going to be doing pictures again. So make sure y'all come through, man. It's going to be a vibe, right?
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. Again, we have 14 artists signed up, which is 2 higher than we normally do.
Facts.
And yeah, we're just looking to step it up a bit. We always looking to, just build.
Elevate,
yeah,
right? It's all
100%,
about elevating.
Always.
Now, the artists that competed in your art battles, can you name a few that you were like completely blown away by their work? Like you were like, wow, this guy is like something else, or this this lady is something else. You know what I mean? I can't believe they just came through my art show.
Listen, to be honest, there's a long list of great artists that we work with.
Yeah.
Just to name a few, you got a Gonza.
Shout out to Gonza Art. She's a beast.
Yeah.
One of my favorite, actually.
100%. She's amazing. She's an amazing person and a fantastic artist.
Yeah, she's a beast.
Jason Santiago.
Shout out to Jason. Is that the guy that won the last one that I was there?
He wins quite a few, so he may have.
Yeah, he was nice with it.
Yeah, he's nice. His brother Elton.
Elton was the guy. Yo, shout outs to Elton. That dude's fire, bro.
And again, man, I could rattle off A1 artists for days.
All day, right?
These guys are just amazing. You got to come and experience it and see what they do in that 20 minutes.
Like me, I'm going to be honest, I'm a big fan of graffiti art.
Yeah,
like, you need to do a graffiti art-based battle. That shit will be crazy, bro.
Yeah, always looking for different ideas. Again, with the contract, I'm limited to certain things that I can do.
Yeah.
But that is definitely in the plans at some point.
Yeah, that'll be nuts because I actually got Cope. I don't know if you know about graffiti art, but Cope too.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out. He's one of the legends. He's been on video games, all types of shit.
Okay.
But I reached out to him to be on the show, but I'm still waiting on response. But he's one of the I can see if he.
Is he a local guy?
No, he's from New York City. He's
Okay.
originally from the Bronx. He's like one of the OGs of the graffiti when it first started.
Nice.
He's a beast. But he goes to like Paris, Germany, all over the world to do graffiti.
Yeah, that man's
Beast mode.
traveling, I'm sure.
Yeah,
That's
so
what's up.
you do one of them shits. I could, I'll reach out,
Yeah,
see
I
if you want.
appreciate
If you
that,
get someone
man.
like that in the building, that'll bring your,
for sure. Absolutely. Again, elevation, right? Always
Yeah,
trying to get it up.
Facts. Now, do you ever do like a grand prize for the winner? Or is it just more or less like whoever?
So the way the art battle is structured, whoever wins the battle at the end of the night, they move on to the championship.
Oh, you got a whole season going on.
It literally moves
Oh,
right on.
that's fire.
It literally moves
Okay.
right on. So like last year when we did it, the winner went to the championship was in Tampa.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah, if they move forward, the Nationals was in Texas, I think.
Oh shit.
And then the Grand Championship was maybe in California or something. They bounce around for sure.
So now this changes the whole game. I thought this was just something that you was doing locally. You're part of a whole nother organization. Is what you're saying?
Yeah. So again, the Art Battle Corporation is nationwide.
Nationwide. Okay.
They started in Canada, trickled down to the United States.
Oh shit, that's
So
crazy.
again, it's hosted in 70 plus cities throughout the United States.
Gotcha.
So when whoever wins our battles at the end of the night, they move forward to the championships. And they have to fly to different cities and do different things. And
That's
if they move forward, they're on to another city, another championship.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
So and that's where the grand prizes come in. We don't that's not part of our contract, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, 133 does a nice job of, you know, giving them gift certificates, things of that
Yeah,
nature.
that's fine.
And, you know, they make some money off the selling of the paintings when they go
Yeah.
for auction, assuming that they sell. They make some money there.
So that's for them just to get their foot in the door to compete like nationally, right?
Literally, yes.
That's dope. So you're like pretty much the stepping stone and to giving them a bigger opportunity into what they're gonna get into.
Literally. Yep.
Oh, that's fire, man. Shout outs to you, man. Once again, that's awesome what you're doing. Now, how do you like how are these battles, these art battles, how are they judged? Like what are the characteristics of like who wins? You know what I'm saying? How do you decide that?
So technically, we don't decide. The people decide. So
Gotcha.
when folks walk in the front door and they're greeted by my wife or my daughter or one of the staff members, they sign them in, and then they give they're given the option to give up their cell phone number for voting.
All right.
And at the end of the second round, everything goes up for voting.
Okay.
And everything goes up for silent auction. So
Right.
whoever the crowd picks, now this voting is done, you know, obviously within house, and you can vote nationwide as well.
So they could throw it, let's say they're on Facebook and they got like a good amount of followers. They're like, yo, vote for me. If they got like 100,000 followers.
And it happens all
they
the
Gucci.
time. Happens all the time. This
that's
is why we stream them
crazy.
live. Because whoever can attend for their folks, they can watch it live, and then they can vote for their people.
That's awesome. What do you do? How can they watch it live? Can you give it away? How do you...
The link changes every event.
Oh, okay.
So I wouldn't be able to share the link.
All right.
But the link is given the day of the event, and the artists that are there are other spectators. They can share that with their folks, and then they can watch it, and then again they can vote and put their name in for auction as well.
Now, this next battle that you got coming up on the 24th, how can people purchase tickets? How can they get in?
Right. If they go on Atrium Events social pages,
Okay.
just scroll down and search Art Battle August,
Right.
and it'll pull right up.
So you could buy it online or you could purchase at the door, correct?
That's correct. Yep.
Now, is there a difference if you do it at the door or online? You know how some people always looking for a discount.
Yeah,
like me, I'm a discount kind of guy. Like
100%.
if I get a $5 off, you know what I'm saying? Like how does that work?
Yo, dude, totally.
You know, I gotta touch base on all this.
100%. So leading into the event, the ticket's only $15.
All right, so it's not like you really need a bargain anyway.
No, it's very fair. It's a family friendly event. We try to keep it,
Gotcha.
cost effective. At the door, it's $20.
All right, so you do get a discount.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
shit,
sure,
that's lit. Okay. So listen, guys, book online, save yourself $5, get you a little $5 value meal. You know what I'm saying? Before you head out there, your little snack for the road,
Little snack for the
or
ride.
for some nippies and shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, is this something that you see yourself doing for the long haul? Like, because I know you're like 4 years in, more or less, but like, is it something that you like want to continue to, embark on for like?
Yep. Like I said a little while ago, my plan for 2025, is to get this event at a larger venue, a larger local venue. Whether it's Providence or somewhere, a local city.
Right.
I'm definitely looking to get on a bigger platform.
So maybe like one of those bigger clubs like Club Fat and stuff like that.
Something larger that holds several hundred people.
Yeah, that'll be crazy.
Which I just had a meeting about that yesterday, and I'll keep that to the chest at the moment.
Nice.
Yeah, we are working on another bigger venue.
I like it.
Several hundred people at the moment.
And so that was my next question, more or less. You kind of like answered it, but is that the ultimate goal for you, more or less? Like,
yes,
to get this on a bigger scale and a bigger venue and like.
So the plan is to always run these monthly,
right?
While being able to say maybe twice a year, do it at a larger venue where we have 500-600 people. 500 people.
Yeah.
In there. Then the monthly events, hosted at a regular venue that holds a couple hundred people.
Exactly.
You're never gonna get 500 people monthly at an event. That's a bit of a stretch. But if we can do a couple big events and then keep the regular monthlies, that'll continue building momentum and it'll get us where we need to be in another 6 to 8 months.
Absolutely. What cities? Because you said you want to like maybe do it one day out of Rhode Island. What city's on your mind? What city do you want to go to first?
I'm interested in Worcester.
Worcester, Boston, Massachusetts.
Worcester, Mass. Yeah. Because they have a large artist community.
Gotcha.
Bedford has a large artist community.
Yeah.
So really, wherever it really makes sense. I'm not picking and choosing because I favor a city.
Right.
Obviously, I favor my city of Pawtucket.
Word. You gotta represent.
Right. But I mean, separate from that, I mean, I want to go there where the artists are.
Right.
I don't expect them to drive 45 minutes to me. We can drive to them. It's not a big deal. So
that's dope.
Definitely looking to expand different cities, different venues, and continue that growth.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Now we're gonna get into album of the week real quick.
Album of the week on the Jmack Experience Podcast.
Album of the week this week is Vultures 2 by Kanye West and Ty Dolla $ign. Have you heard it?
I have not.
You gotta check it out, man.
I haven't even heard the whole Eminem album.
You ain't got no fucking Yeezys. We're gonna get into movie of the week.
Movie of the week on the Jmack Experience Podcast.
Movie of the week this week is Borderlands. Jamie Lee Curtis is in that. Kevin Hart. Okay. It's based off the video game. So
what video game?
Borderlands. Yeah, it's like a PlayStation game, whatever. Okay. So they made a whole movie. I think I'm gonna check it out. That's
what's up, man. I'm a Kevin Hart fan. I don't watch much
movies
on TV, but
you gotta check it out. You gotta check it out. Now, what's next for Mike from Atrium, man? What's next besides? I know you got the show. You want to shout that out one more time? Then you got another one in September, correct? Can you let them know where we're at?
Yeah. Then, so the next one is Saturday, August 24th at Ladder 133.
Gotcha.
The one following that, September, Saturday the 21st. Same thing, Ladder 133. In October, we're working on another venue. As I just said, I'll leave it there.
Nice.
While still doing another one at 133. And,
okay.
Continue to move forward with that venue as well.
So your future events are gonna, for now, they're all gonna be at Ladder 133.
For the future events, for now, they're gonna be at 133.
Okay.
And even when we move on to the other venue, I still plan on doing work.
Still doing work over there. Sure. Nice. Now, where can we follow you at social media wise?
Atrium_events. Or nice. Atriums_events.
Atriums with an S?
With an S, correct.
Okay, _events.
Correct.
Got you. Okay. And for people to partake, if they want to be an artist on one of your future art shows, what do they do? How do they contact you directly in the DM, or how do
they can do that? A lot of artists do that. Or they can just Google Art Battle.
Okay.
Art Battle Corporation, and it'll run you right down the list of how an artist signs up and everything you need to know.
The proper way, right?
The proper way. They keep it very simple. But I always encourage people, just if you have any questions, just message us.
Yeah, direct.
One of us will get back to you. If it's not me, my son or somebody. For sure.
Nice. So you got like a little team.
Oh, 100%, man. My family, man.
That's fine. I like that. You got a family-owned thing going on. Like, you don't see that too often nowadays. Like,
no, you don't.
Sometimes you do, but not really. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got lucky, man. Very blessed.
That's awesome. Can we agree that all the experiences that you went through got you to where you are today?
100%.
Facts, right? Any advice for those out there who may be experiencing the same struggles and tribulations that you went through or are going through now?
It's simple, man. Stay the course. Stay positive. Keep smiling. Pray for a better day. That's a fact. Don't stop, man.
Stay positive, right?
Stay positive, dude. Keep smiling, and you'll be fine, man. Don't let the bad times get you down. There's positive and negative everything. So
that's a
just suck it up and just move forward, man.
Yeah, right.
Suck it up and move forward.
Stop crying on social media.
Stop crying, man. Nobody wants to hear that.
I'm fucking tired of that shit.
Nobody wants to hear that shit, man. Tired of the negative vibes and the negative attitudes, man.
Yeah.
If you got nothing nice to say, just shut the hell up.
Yo, that's a fact. That's a fact. If it's not uplifting, if it's not motivational, like, bro, what are you doing?
Seriously.
And nobody cares.
Nobody, dude. I say that.
People laugh.
Nobody cares, dude.
Yeah.
You can bitch and moan all you want. At the end of the day, nobody cares. Everyone has their own problems.
Exactly.
So just stay positive and keep it moving, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just do what you do. Stay in your lane and keep it pushing.
That's a fact. Or just keep fronting for the gram, because I know a lot of y'all fronting on the gram.
There's a lot of that going on.
Whatever suits you, right?
You won't catch your boy doing that, man.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Any last words or special shout outs that you would like to mention that you haven't done so already?
As always, man, I'm always shouting out my team, man, my wife, my kids, my family. My team is very small. It's very tight. We have a great group of individuals, man. We just have fun. Other than that, all I ask is that everyone follows Atrium's events
Absolutely.
page. If you ever have any questions, let us know. We are launching a new event venue on the other side of Pawtucket.
Gotcha.
On Coyle Avenue in September.
Okay. Where exactly? Is it
on Coyle Avenue?
On Coyle, okay.
Yep. Right in Pawtucket on the other side.
Nice.
We'll be doing the same thing we were doing at Atrium.
Okay.
Weddings, baby showers, birthday parties.
Oh, okay. So you do a little bit of events as well, too.
100%. Always. We've always stuck with the private and public events.
Nice.
And it works out well. We meet a lot of folks. We have a lot of repeat customers.
Right.
And we're gonna take that from Atrium on Main right to the other spot, and just reach out. Atrium's Events. Let us know if you have any questions. We'd love to host.
So if they do like a sweet 16, a baby shower, all that stuff. You saying they could do it there?
Literally everything in between, man. From
that's fine.
Weddings to baby showers, birthday parties. I mean, you name it. We posted it, dude.
Oh, that's lit. I like that. I like that. So you don't only just do the art battle thing. You got
God,
some other shit going on.
No. I mean, anyone who follows our page, again, Atrium Events, look at
it
the
all.
page, man. You'll see the photos, dude.
Facts.
We have photos for years. Last 4 years, we've been posting photos of every event you can think of. We've done it all, man. From blood drives to drag shows.
Oh, word?
Yeah, for sure, man. We do it all.
I'm sure it gets crazy on them joints.
Oh man, they're a good time, man. Just you gotta keep an open mind and just come to have a good time.
Oh, harder, Daddy.
It gets wild.
Yeah, they get wild.
nah, those should be lit though. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yo, they're a good time, man.
Yeah, that's a fact. Anything that I missed?
I don't think so, man. I mean, I think you touched on everything, dude. I think no, I don't think you missed anything, man. I think you hit it, dude.
I appreciate you so much for coming on the show once again. Thanks for coming on the Jmack Experience Podcast. Stay blessed, everybody. We signing out.
Peace.
Thanks for coming on the Jmack Experience Podcast. Be sure to come on for another episode every single week. Until next time, peace.